Hello everyone and welcome back to D.E.I, a mod for Rome 2, and Rome is under siege. Our legions are suffering attrition and things continue to look desperate. Let's see what our enemies do. In my Three Kingdoms Let's Play that I recorded a little while ago, I think I described this as a humbling experience, and yeah, I stand by that. I was concerned that Rome was going to be a boring playthrough, and it hasn't been. And there's a there's a large part of me that wants to start again, but no, we won't save scum. We will stick with it and see whether we can rescue things. So a new faction has arisen, way away from us. We've got far more pressing concerns closer to home, and for some reason they well, I say for some reason, it's probably because we do have a decent number of units when you add them all together. So the enemy was probably feeling a little bit vulnerable. Let's bring our spy back closer to home as well. So they've actually got two armies here. So ignore all of that rubbish that was on about our superior numbers. They could have. I think they could have pushed through. We may have been given only a reprieve. Now, are they? Let's just have a little look at the diplomacy. Are they just at war with us? Yes, they're just at war with us. And we really need to bring them to battle and destroy them, but not whilst our forces are so weak. So let's just have a look at this unit then. So this unit, these allied Principes, they're going to take 3 turns to replenish. If we move out of the city, it's going to take 5. So this is harming our public order, and we could well get trapped into the city again. But I need to get as many recruits as I possibly can each turn. So I'm going to remain in Rome, and we've got a little bit of time before we have to do anything too desperate. Oh, so Arinium has fallen. In fact, it may well have been liberated by the Epirots, by Epius, which yeah, is interesting. That we did manage to defeat Epius, and I was overjoyed, but that joy has been short-lived. And okay, yes, so there you go. Yes. Okay. So Liguria keep on coming into our territory. So far, they haven't done too much against us. They've been very supportive, but I just worry that our territory is very vulnerable. Okay, yeah. So things basically getting worse for us. Other than we have been given a little bit of breathing room to replenish some of our troops. So he's going to take 3 turns to replenish. If we go into camp, will that improve matters? Not really. Public order is actually slightly improving here. Most of these units, I imagine, are going to be fairly well replenished next turn. These, I imagine, are within reinforcement range. Yeah, let's let the turn cycle forward again. Just looking at Arretium, and it's so exposed. I have to just hope that the Ligurians stay friendly with us and look to expand their borders elsewhere. Ultimately, Eprius has just taken one of their towns and liberated it, so I'd like to think that they wanted their previous territory back. They are moving through our land. If they came, I wonder if they came south, we could join up with them perhaps and fight another battle together. So we've got, yeah, oh gosh, Arretium slave riots. I won't read all of this. Let's have a look. So we've got the barracks construction, more ammunition, champions. Yeah, we could do with reducing the upkeep costs, albeit not by much, but every bit helps. Okay, so I will leave it and leave it another turn, but I think we're in a position now where we really do need to be making some moves. Let's see what Liguria do. I'd love them to come south and help us, but I doubt. I suspect they're gonna whip north and go try and take Arinium. That would be, yeah, that would help us. Eprius moving south. What are they gonna do? Not very happy about these Insubras. Okay, so they've split their forces. He's gained in rank. Yeah, let's go with reducing the enemy morale and increasing our morale. Those two things have got to be helpful in a battle, because I don't think we'll get another opportunity as good as this one to attack and take the offensive. Maybe they'll retreat, but let's see. No, they haven't retreated, and this is the garrison. So they've got plenty of numbers. Allegedly, they're stronger than we are. Maybe they are. I mean, these are rank 4 units, whereas ours are sort of 1s and 2s. But I don't think we're that badly outmatched. In particular, we do have cavalry. Okay, well let's get into it and hope for the best. So they're in that fort. Interesting to see whether they'll come out or whether they'll be bottled up in there. And it looks like there might be a hill here we might be able to deploy on. Also, I wonder if the reinforcements are going to come onto the map or whether they're already there. We'll let's go for a nice dry day. And so our reinforcements are coming from this direction, up a very, very steep hill by the look of it. That's a shame. Yeah, okay, so we'll sort of deploy up here, just so that our reinforcements coming up the hill have some cover. Split these units out a little more. The Triaria. And we'll sort of mass our cavalry together. Okay, let's see how we get on. You can't really see what's going on in the enemy camp right now. We could send forward some cavalry. Let's just go scout whilst we wait for these additional forces to join us. No, I don't want you running. And what we'll do is we'll put all of these levies in the front line, and then maybe the slingers a bit further back with all of the Hastati, put them into a more dense formation to give them some more staying power. Need him to run, actually. Up the hill we go. It's going to take some time, but let's not rush. The kind of balance of power bar doesn't look as pessimistic as it did pre-battle. Maybe they haven't got all of their reinforcements on the field as yet, but I'd be surprised if that was the case. Right, so we're just starting to spot some enemy units. What are they? They are Hastati out, out of the fort. Let's go towards them and see what the enemy's deployment is like. Yeah, it looks like they are deploying from the fort to meet us in the open field, which that suits me. That suits me. We'll just advance our cavalry a little bit more. In the meantime, our infantry is making the slow march forward, but I want to keep them fresh. What I'll do, guys, is I will stop the video here and resume it once the battle lines have drawn closer. Hello everyone, you rejoin me as the Army of the Republic rushes into position. The Italian states came away from the fortifications, and we've manoeuvred to match them, and they've finally decided to surge forward and bring our lines to battle. So right now the skirmishers are involved in exchanges. The infantry now rushing up behind them. I will retreat back my skirmishers. The peeler being thrown. Take my skirmishers off fire at will so that we don't inadvertently inflict friendly casualties. We do have the cavalry advantage. Okay. Unfortunately, I forgot about my slingers on the flanks. But luckily having this second line of units means that we're okay. So the Italian Town Guard are lesser quality troops and are standing back. I feel like we should not be allowing them the luxury of doing so. So we'll advance our line, albeit it risks creating a gap. But I think we can crack these Italian Town Guard units. Yeah, our line, gaps opening up in our line, which is always the risk. But we've got the reserves to plug those gaps for now. Enemy missile units doing good work against our Triari. Okay, let's bring our cavalry to this flank. The enemies have started doing our own troops a lot of damage. They're just superior with their silver chevrons. We're going to need to put our cavalry to work if we're to turn this around. Some of our units being pulled out of position there, but we are at least getting some of our cavalry into the melee units, and I think there may be opportunity for us to deploy our skirmishers. Yeah, look, this unit of principles is down to 171. Its opposing Hastati is 193, so we've got to do things to try and help our frontline troops out. So we seem to have broken that unit. Let's see if we can break this one. And now let's try to use our skirmishers to deal a blow to the flanks. Okay, we're finally inflicting some decent casualties. Managed to break another missile unit. So what I'm thinking is we might be able to whip around behind and cause these units some trouble, but our Hastati have broken. The situation is desperate. Ultimately, I don't want to waste too many missiles on these slingers. Can we take them out with a casualty? Right, so our missile units should be causing them a lot of casualties now. Okay, those slingers have now broken. Let's see whether we can inflict any casualties. Town Guard is wavering. We've spent all of our missiles here, so let's commit these lighter troops to this flank just to see whether we can just break them on one wing, maybe. Okay, so some Town Guard units shattering. That's good. That's what we were hoping for. Let's move these over and redeploy this infantry. Need to bring back this cavalry. There's an enemy general over there. I'm just going to leave him to sit it out. If that's what he'd like to do, then let's not interrupt his peace too much. Let's give the cavalry a little rest. I don't want to. Don't fire for the moment, guys. I want to hit these better troops. That's it. Oh yeah, huge casualties. Okay, so they're certainly causing casualties. Just are they going to have a decisive effect? Well, the enemy is certainly redeploying. Let's move our general out and replace him with these Hastati, if we can. Well, I think we've managed to relieve some pressure. Let's see if we can break these Italian town guard units now. Wow, okay, those levies broken. Well, they were never going to stay particularly long. Okay, looks like we may have broken those troops. Italian citizens shattered. Italian swordsmen wavering but not broken. Let's gather these together in a bit of a reserve. Oh, actually, no, I think we're going to need to try and help this flank. Okay, those Italian swordsmen have now shattered. Which should help things out. These troops are pretty excellent. Caused us a lot of problems on this flank, but they do look tired now. So maybe there's an opportunity to break them. We do at least have reserves in the battle line now. At one point it was looking particularly desperate. Got some units, I'm not keen to throw them straight back into the fight, but let's let them regain some stamina. Okay, so hit from both sides by powerful cavalry charges. Are these guys finally... Okay, they're shaken finally. Let's commit some infantry as well. The cavalry's still fresh. Let's see whether we can rout these units. Wavering, but as yet unbroken. Right, now they've broken. Let's ride them down, get them to shatter. I think we may have finally broken this unit as well. And some hostility now. Broken. Broken. And it does look like what I sort of mentioned before the battle, which is that the cavalry advantage has proved decisive, but we needed it because in a straight-up fight against their superior infantry, we would have been ground down and would have lost. So, what should we do? Should we bring back? We certainly want to bring back those Hastati. These units have shattered, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's make sure that these stay broken. We do seem to be causing something of a rout now. Which I'm happy about. Though we've taken very heavy casualties. These units are shaken. Let's see whether we can get them to crack. There we go. They are not going to like this, but this has started now very tired. And in fairness, we have run them around the map. But the enemy now breaking across the board. Good. That was the best chance we had for victory when they split their forces. So I'm glad we've been able to capitalise on it. I'm going to continue this victory just to ride them all down, so I will end the video here and rejoin you next time. Thanks very much.